Is recording or what? It is, okay. Hi, my name is Lyon Brave. I am a musician and I make really fantastic music. Like my music is it's phenomenal. It's amazing. Like I am like seriously probably one of the most talented artists of the 21st century and how I am not well known yet. I'm not sure. Maybe because I spent most of my life in Asia, okay? And maybe because I haven't really been focusing on getting my music out there. And you know what? Whether it's 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 people listening to my music, which I do have probably like 100,000 people have heard my music, which is a lot. In this social media world, you can still feel insignificant, small, and invisible. But anyways, yeah, I have really cool songs. One of my songs that I have out right now, that is probably one of my favorite songs, is Parasite. Parasite is about uh, your best self versus your lower self. We can all dabble in our lower self. It's quite easy to do, whether it's addiction, drinking too much. Like, to be honest, like, I'm a female. People buy me drinks. Women buy me drinks. Gay guys buy me drinks. Men buy me drinks. I buy myself drinks. And bosses buy you drinks. I've had a lot of bosses buy me drinks. I've had a lot of bosses offer me cigarettes in my life. And like interacting in these things is it's your lower self because ultimately it's usually bad for you. Now, I'm not saying the occasional cigarette or the occasional beer is terrible, but when you're doing it too much, it's obviously like bad. And God knows how many people's lives have been ruined because of alcohol and cigarettes. Like, I can't talk, and like, especially being a singer, like there's probably no greater devil than a cigarette, because it ruins your wind. And some people like that raspy smoking voice, and there's something to be said about it. But the problem isn't really that it's changing your tonal quality, because some people, like if you're a jazz singer, that might actually be a good thing. If you're singing the blues, if you want a more raspy voice, that might be a good thing. Like Nina Simone is phenomenal and she sounds like she smoked. Bruno Mars smoked, Adele smoked. There's a lot of smokers who are singers, ironically, and probably because you get stressed out. You're self-conscious, and there's a lot on your plate. Like when you're an entertainer, like it's not fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are moments where music is awesome, and performing is awesome, but it can be stressful. It can be very stressful. Wondering if people like your songs, if what you're doing has any value, if you're just being dumb. Should you, just like marry a man with a decent job and call it a day. There's a lot behind the scenes. So back to Parasite. So Parasite is about fighting your higher self and your lower self. Your higher self is not smoking and drinking. Your higher self is going to the gym. Your higher self is doing your hair, which depending on your financial status, can be a privilege. Do I think women should wear makeup? Uh, yeah, I do, because I think it enhances your beauty. And right now, I don't have really access to makeup, but if I did, I'd definitely be dolling my face up, and um, because it enhances your beauty. And I think if your beauty is enhanced, your life is enhanced. To be honest, let's be honest. People are very superficial, and that's another reason you should take care of yourself, because people judge a book by a cover. And I definitely think you want to feel and look your best. And then let's just talk about longevity. Like I have a lot of goals, but one of my goals is to be a century, meaning I want to live to be 100. So like, I think there's a period where you can afford to trash your health, probably in your youth. But I'm in my 30s, and I don't really feel like I need to be discreet or lie about it. I'm in my 30s, and I think especially when you are in your 30s, like you will make, if you haven't already decided to value your health and your longevity and your youth and your beauty, you will certainly start making decisions where you make those things priorities, because they absolutely should be. So Parasite is about like getting rid of your that spirit in you that wants to make terrible choices, that self-sabotaging side of you. And it's about embracing the good side of you. To put it in the most traditional metaphor, it's that little devil on your shoulder versus the little angel on your shoulder, and the conflict that pursues within the internal world. Other than that, Parasite is like just like really like scientific. Talks about cloning, and then even like I've been a teacher and an educator, so it even like it's sort of like has like a personal touch where I'm like talking about, all my student clones are humans hoping to be better than me, and like stabbing me back in my backbone, because you're not the only leech and parasite in your life. Sometimes you are in fact surrounded by toxic people can be just as parasitic as your own evil self. So like Parasite it's aware of just basically toxic relationships, whether it's the toxic relationship you have with yourself or the toxic relationships you have with people in your life. And I also have a song called Toxic on Amazon and YouTube, and you guys should also check that out. Anyways, I'm going to end this because there's not really much more to talk about with Parasite other than it's electronic music. It's danceable, it's empowering, it's inspiring. It also talks about after I get done, it's kind of like a ballad actually. It's like a very epic song. It's a big song. And I spent the first half of this video talking about the parasitic qualities of that relationship you have with yourself. But then, okay, so that's like the beginning, talking about the dark side of your personality, and then it explodes into the phenomenal side of your personality, which is, you got to be better, you got to be superhuman, and that part of the song is like, it's really inspiring. It's definitely like, if you're someone who likes to vibe out to like really intense motivational music when you're working out, Parasite is for you. Like if you're someone who is having a bad day, Parasite is for you. If you are someone who needs a pickup, a boost of self-esteem and confidence, Parasite is for you. And if you're someone who just wants like unique, energetic music, Parasite is for you. And yeah, subscribe to my music channel.
Our students hoping to be better than me and get the solutions flowing, and they won't want to be known as my clone, so they're gonna stab me right in my backbone, because they're parasites. Must be too